Hi everyone, my name is Murat, and in this video we'll be looking at how we can use the UI to visualize metrics that we log during the training of our operations. So in the previous video we saw how we can start operations on local code and remote repos. We also looked at how we can stream the logs and see the details of the runs, both using the CLI as well as the UI. So in this video, we'll be focusing mainly on the dashboards tab. So basically, we'll be looking at how we can create widgets to visualize all the metrics that we logged during the training of our model. So let's go back to the operation that we started previously, experiment with local code. We saw basically that the info page gives us information about who created the run, which project it belongs to, minimal timeline, and information about the inputs and outputs. We saw also a detailed timeline when the operation was created and when it finished. The logs tab, which shows us information about logs coming from our containers, how we can filter for information, how we can organize the information showed in the logs. We also saw the artifacts, basically the tab that shows us artifacts that we uploaded, as well as the outputs during the run of our operation, and how we can visualize some of the artifacts, basically, using our rendering engine. We saw the resources conception of our operation during the run, and we also saw how we can get a shell inside the containers of our operation without having to use kubectl or other tools. We saw the lineage, basically all the resources, all the inputs and outputs, metadata and artifacts, as well as the connections requested during this run, and the Polyaxon file that we used, and how we can run command line for the specific operation in an easy way. So the dashboard tab shows us information about all the metrics and artifacts that we log during the run of our operation. In this case, we are using a Keras callback, so we have some widgets created for us automatically based on the metrics that we log using the Keras callback. But you can also use the client to explicitly log more information. So you can change information about each one of these widgets. But you can also like clone the widgets and change the type of the widget that you want to display. So for example, turning this into a bar chart. You can change the style of the bar chart. But you can also start like a new widget or a new section altogether. So let's, for example, move this widget here and change this to a single column. If you if you change something about the dashboard that you don't want, you can just reset and go back to the default column, to the default dashboard. But you can also use the backspace to go back, for example, to the previous version that you have. So we use the browser history to save the state of your dashboard, so you don't accidentally lose some dashboard information. If you are going to use a dashboard multiple times in the future, you can just save it here. So you can give it a name, a description, some tags. And if you save the dashboard, it will show up here. So for example, I have here a log analysis that I can show here. I can see that I changed also like the tooltips, and I have logged some information. I have some scatter plot and bar charts. Each dashboard can be local to a project, but it can be also promoted to the organization level, so that if you have projects that use the same metrics or log some standard metrics, you can save some analysis that is visible to all projects and to all users.